Over the past several weeks, a strange phenomena has been occurring in my life. Now, throughout my life, all the way back as far as I can remember, I've been getting snippets of this or that, real world experience in my dreams, but they never really make any sense because I don't know the context. I don't know exactly what the context is, so these little snippets have been from the first person point of view, of course, but they've always been in random locations. But in the past several weeks, the deja vu feeling has been happening again and again. Deja vu is often described as remembering in reverse, though that's not the medical term. The closest medical term that I can think of is disassociation, which is a psychiatric term for feeling a separation from your body in a particular place and time, at least as far as I understand the term. Now, this does fall under disassociation, but what's strange is that these dreams have been happening for so long, but in the past several weeks, a lot of these moments have been popping up, more and more of these moments. It's as if I'm catching up to myself. I don't really know what this means. I don't know how I'm catching up to myself and why it's happening, but I feel very spiritually connected to my timeline in these past several weeks, and I don't know where it's headed, but it feels like I am where I need to be. Now, this may be a reassurance from the Divine Mother Kali Ma, from God, from the spirits that I associate with, from Odin. I am unsure. And, of course, the different gods and spirits are part of the one source that we might call God. But what I am sure of is that these moments are becoming more and more focused, honing in on a particular moment still to happen in the future that I have not yet reached. But this deja vu feeling has been growing and growing and growing as more of these moments that I've seen in dreams pop up. Now, it isn't very long in every moment. It's usually just 1, 2, or 3 seconds that I had in dreams before that have been popping up as I experience them in the now, in the present. And it feels very strange. And, I'm not tossing aside the idea that it's possible that there's something, there's a hitch that is incorrect in my brain, that the neurons are just making me believe that I've been here before, but I am not. That's a possibility. I suffer from schizophrenia. My sleep has been particularly bad the past few weeks, but not the past several weeks. The last 2 months have basically been the time frame in which these moments have becoming more and more frequent. But my bad sleep has been only the last few weeks, and it's because my brain has been very active the last few weeks. Extremely active, to the point to where it's very hard to shut off, even with meditation and high-powered medication that has been working for years. It's a very strange experience. It's one that I wouldn't wish on anybody, because it's not even unnerving anymore. It's a strange thing, which could be a good or bad sign. It's not unnerving because I don't feel the fear that I used to. There's a couple things that have changed in my spiritual life. One of them is that it was only several months ago that there wasn't even a slight possibility that I'd take the way out as far as, killing myself. There's always been like a 2% out of 100% chance for the past, few years. But even that chance has become impossible because I've begun to solidify. Not that I did anything in particular, but the understandings that I have solidified in my mind to where I know that it wouldn't be an escape. I just devolve spiritually, and I just fall back. And I just end up in a worse place than I am, and I wouldn't get anywhere. My beliefs are becoming more solidified because the understanding is becoming more solidified. It's not about belief as much as it is realization. And as this continues to occur, the fear that I usually have, just agitation, anxiety, has been disappearing. It's not even fear about anything in particular. A lot of the time it's just fear about, it's just a nervousness or a general fear. But that's been disappearing. Even with very few hours of sleep, I got 2.5 hours last night, and even with some beers in me. The fear has not increased. The fear has not become a barrier. Like it usually does when we schizophrenics don't get sleep. Usually we become more agitated, more paranoid, but I haven't been feeling that even with less sleep. So it's been a very interesting experience, and I don't really know when I will hone in on the present, when all of these moments will become the ultimate constant moment of reality. But it feels like my spiritual journey is progressing in a way that I'm becoming myself. It's a very strange thing. It's not something I've experienced before, because becoming oneself is a major step in anybody's journey towards moksha, liberation from the material world. I don't think I'm achieving enlightenment per se, but there's a step coming that I am about to hit, a step that I haven't necessarily planned for, but one that I have been apparently working towards with all the spiritual rituals and study and practices that I have been participating in the last several months, and trying to get that message out about how to do certain rituals, how to get the message out about different gods and spirits. I've been trying to make connections for other people, not only myself, and maybe karma or dharma is finally sending reality home for me. If that makes any sense. That might not make sense, but it seems like the right words to me. It feels like my point in reality is becoming appropriate, and I mean, who can ask for something better? But thank you very much for listening, and I hope all of you hone in on who you are and find yourselves in your own time.